favor. I got one of the best, one of the brightest, one of the hardest working dudes in the coaching profession. Corey Frazier from OTE has decided, he's gonna do me probably about his 500th favor that he's done for me, a pretty big one. Say what's up, man. How you doing? How you feeling? I know we both had a long day. We doing this for the people for sure.
Man, I'm feeling good. You had me got me down here in my pajamas. I don't even know what time it is, but anything for my dog. So I'm
Yeah,
here, man. Appreciate you having me on.
yeah. So I mean, I told this story many times to many people. I got hooked up in coaching because Corey's wife and my wife worked together. We was actually having a baby shower for my daughter. He came over. The NCAA was on. They was doing baby shower stuff. We was sitting there watching the game, just kicking it. And he was like, "Man, you should come out of gym. You sound like you love this and into it." And told a little bit about my history with hooping and stuff. And then I went by the gym, and then it was like, "Man, I got to do this. This is what feels right to me at the time." So I appreciate you for that because I don't know where this road goes. And man, at this point, what was that, about 10 years? That was 8, 9 years
Man,
ago.
that was a long time ago.
Yeah, yeah. So he hooked me up with Brad Bill Elite, and from there, I was able to navigate and get with U City and a couple other things. But we're not here for all that. You know, what y'all want to hear about is OTE. Corey's history of who he's coached. So we're gonna dive right in that now. Right now, currently with OTE, you got a lot of different guys down there. Me and you talked, and Tyron Frazier was a big one. He's playing really, really well. Who are some of the names that's popping off for you guys? Because you guys just went into like a training camp like a month ago, right? Like you kind of got ramped up here lately.
Yeah, we typically start a lot sooner than everybody else in terms of whatever, because our first game is September 25th and 26th. So our pro day is coming up Thursday, the 11th. So our stuff is rolling. But Tyron Frazier, St. Louis kid, man, who we all, crazy as it may sound, feel like he has pro potential. I mean, through the roof, and it's oozing through his body what he has. And if you're not a basketball connoisseur and really understand that, just when you see potential, that kid has a lot going for him, and the upside is St. Louis. You got another one. I would say that it's going to take a little time for it to meet the eye with most, but the basketball peers see it, like they see it. So he's one of the kids, man. I'll just name a few on my team, like Cam Mercer, who won a national championship, who's a winner, USA basketball, and all of that. You have Taylor Kinney, who's another high level guy.
Taylor Kenny's the name I see the most. Taylor
T,
Kenny is the name I see the most, and he looked every bit of the part.
he's an amazing, dynamic athlete, but he's oozing with potential. After that first, he's probably one of the most efficient basketball players. I actually said it in an interview earlier today that he's probably one of the most efficient basketball players that I've ever coached. Because of he doesn't force shots, he doesn't take a lot of bad shots, but man, he's a high level guy, man. Is probably going to make his announcement real soon too. So I think it's going to be,
Really.
yeah, he's visiting. He just visited Indiana. He had Oregon. He had KU. He had Louisville. He's got Arkansas in. He's got what's in Miami, and so he's getting ready to make his decision real soon here. So I'm excited to see where he would end up. But I mean, whoever gets him, man, they getting a high level dude, man, super high level dude. Another
And
pro.
he's a two, right?
No, he's a point guard.
He's
He's
a
a point
point
guard.
guard.
He's a point guard. And the thing with it is people look at his scoring ability, and that's not even his strength. His strength
Yeah.
is his ability to facilitate. Probably one of the best rebounding guards that you're going to see at 6'2", 6'3". But the athleticism, like
Yeah, the
now,
athleticism. That's why I thought he was a two because he jumps off the screen, and I
and
and I only
right
seen him
leg,
on like
left
IG
leg,
videos.
right leg, left leg, it don't matter. Hit
Yeah,
left hand, right hand. So the pace, like right now, he's got a vendetta against the rim. So I mean, he turned the corner, and if, if there's a step in between, He's not doing what he did last year, kind of shy away from contact. No, he's trying to go through you and over you because he was on the floor a lot last year. He got hurt towards the end of the season, so our goal was to make sure he put the weight on, put the 10 or 15 extra pounds on that he needed. And I mean, he looks good right now.
Yeah. So when you guys get started in the season, and how many teams you guys currently got right now?
There's 9 total teams in the league. There's 3 in-house here in Atlanta.
Right. So talk to me about like the schedule. Is it like kind of
Mhm.
like a baseball type of thing where you guys kind of have like series you keep track of? Like, how does that work?
So for us, we have 9 teams in our league. We play some teams we might play 3 times. Some teams I might play 4 times, depending on the dynamic of the schedule. But we have 9 teams in the league. As far as 3 in Atlanta, we have 1 in Phoenix, we have 1 in Dallas now. Jermaine O'Neal's group, Dynamic Prep, is now in our league. We have a team in Miami, down in Fort Lauderdale area, Miami Fort Lauderdale area. Fear God, and then we have Jelly Fam out of New York. We have 2 kick teams in the Carolinas with YG Dreamers and it used to be Combine. It's called the Blue Checks now. So
Man, you sound so old. It's Young Dreamer. You said YNG Dreamer.
YNG, not YNs.
But it's no, but it's young. It's abbreviated young.
YN Dreamers, baby. They called it the YNG Dreamers, baby. So, who won the championship last year? They got guys there at South Carolina. I will tell you a fun fact.
Uh,
Right now, we have 16 of our 33 kids are in the top 50 that are in our building.
Jesus.
Hey, that is a
Jesus.
fact. And 11 of them, 11 of them are
Wait. 16 that's in Atlanta.
in Atlanta, and that ain't counting the rest of the league
Oh
because
my
you got to think
God.
Dynamic Prep got Spears and all them
Yeah.
dudes. So
Spears so cold.
here's what
Man.
I will say, and I'm not. This is not me. I like to put facts out, whatever the case. We did a really good job overall in our entire league in terms of recruiting the best of the best in it, and regardless of what anybody says about OTE, we got some of the best players in our league is right there next to everybody else's, if not better. So yeah, that part.
Well, when people talk about it, it's like, so what are you comparing it to? Is the question I would have people like, are you like, what is it the prep schools what they comparing it to that
It was
had been
so
established for 30
yeah.
years and like I don't get it. I don't get
Mhm.
why. And we talked about this on a previous pod when we try to put so much more of a positive light on our stuff. Like, of course, you're gonna get into some negative stories. You're gonna talk
Right,
about stuff
mhm,
that will not be a positive spin on it. But
right,
I don't get the need to seek out negativity,
right.
so to speak.
Absolutely,
And when
absolutely.
people are trying to compare OTE to all this other stuff, it's like they're
Yeah.
seeking out the comparisons and to say you guys aren't doing this and you're not doing like,
Mhm.
well, what does that mean?
What they don't see is what they talk about. And when I left St. Louis, I came here for player development. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And that is our biggest strength is development. But what people doesn't understand is that what they don't understand is we also build brands. Like kids are building their brands,
Man.
and you're not gonna find that nowhere else where you're getting your brand built. Number one, all right, that helps you with your NIL situations going into college, and it's negotiable wherever you want to see. I don't care what nobody says. And then on top of that, you're getting player development more than anything because we have more time in a day than most prep schools in terms of what we do in terms of development, and then the offers, and also the loophole for us, which everybody always tries to knock what we do. We start off as a pro place, right? For all kids coming in, become pro. Then we went to a hybrid where it was pro and you can go to college. And now we've shifted more towards just getting guys ready to college. But here's the loophole: we're the only place, probably in the world, that we could play a post grad on our teams. That makes our games NBA eligible for NBA scouts to come watch practice, workouts, and games without restrictions because our kids are technically out of high school and they can be now. All it takes is to have one on each team. So who's I mean, you look at it and I like that's one of those pop your collar things. Like, can nobody else do that? Because
Can't
they
nobody else
not
do that.
now. We are the trendsetters for this because think about this. How many colleges right now are technically recruiting high school kids? So why not give them an extra year of high school? And we're the pioneers of doing that first.
Yeah, I mean, as long as the NCAA is going to allow guys to play to they 26, 25 years old,
Right.
can't the average 18-year-old, if they can get out there, they're one and done.
How many minutes did the freshman play last year? What was the statistic?
I
It
didn't
wasn't a
see
lot
it,
of
but
time. They didn't
it
play a
wasn't a
lot.
lot.
They
No,
didn't play a lot
because
of time.
I mean, these guys are, again, they
Mhm.
leaving high school at 18 and they're still in college at 26. Like,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
seen a stat one time, it was a couple years back, where Pittsburgh average age of the
Mhm.
starters on University of Pittsburgh was older than Oklahoma City's.
I think it was like 22 or something like that. Somewhere
Yeah,
around
it was
22.
ridiculous. And it's
Crazy.
like, and you touched on one thing I want to go back to, and I thought it
Mhm.
was so smart that they understood what their fight was. I think you guys were instrumental in pushing. I think NIL was coming, but you guys added a little
Mhm.
turbo boost to it. They're getting a little bit quicker when you guys started doing NIL and started getting guys instead of Amen and Osser going to
Mhm.
college. They went to OTE, and you know it was smart by the business people to say we can't beat 120 years of a tradition in the NCAA.
Right.
So we
Absolutely.
had to pivot, and the
Mhm.
pivot has worked out splendid to me.
Mhm.
I mean, and you also touched on the branding, and I got news flash for people and older people. We don't make branding work. I
No.
got my brands that I've been rocking with for 15 years.
Mhm.
Still wear Polo and Nike, and
Mhm.
I got my brands. You're not getting me as a new customer. It's these
Right.
kids.
Right.
And OTE, these kids, I coach kids, I teach kids. They are on OTE watching, liking, sharing, talking. Like Tyra Frazier is literally looked up to by guys the same age on my team.
Right.
Literally. Like they
Right.
look at him like, man, that's our guy right there. So I don't get the pushback from these people. I don't get what's their angle with it. Why?
I think it's when you're doing something right and they don't know exactly what you're doing, the best thing you could do is talk bad about it because you heard somebody else talk bad about it. But JD, I will say this, man. Until you come in the building and see what we're doing for yourself, you're gonna always side with other people. And so some of these people who don't come in the building, they're the biggest critics. And I'm like, hey, well, come to a game. I'm not gonna hate you and disrespect you or anything, but I'm like, all right, come to a game, come to a practice, come to a workout, and you will see that. And then when they do it, it's like one of the coaches, it was a junior college out of Mississippi, and he came by and he was like, man, this is Disney World for basketball lovers.
Wow.
Like
Wow.
it's on that level. Like be and I get to work there every day, and I don't even call it work. I get to go
Oh
do what I
man.
love to do because I'm around basketball the whole day, and when I'm not on the court, I'm planning. I'm talking to other coaches in the building. We probably got the best player development base. I would put us up against any college or any NBA program when it comes to development because we get to get them right now and we got time and we're going to spend that time. So average time a kid could be on the floor for us is from 8:30 in the morning to 11:30. You could be on the court, you can be in the weight room or whatever. Class doesn't start for you until 12:30, and then you're out of class at 3:30, and then you're back on the court to get ready for practice at 4:30, and then you can stay after that. Tyron Frazier is in the gym to 8 or 9 o'clock getting up shots. That's why you got athlete of the week because we got time.
Yeah, no, I mean the high school system and look, there's a place for high school to exist for the average high school player that you may have one or two that might go to a college, but for this big time athletics, it's big time money involved.
Right.
And now it's big time investments getting involved in these guys, and OTE is doing that. And I've always thought it was unfair that a child actor could make so much
Right.
money at 8, 9, 10 years old, whatever. I mean, babies are credited for like 4 years old on TV
Hmm.
shows.
Right.
They can make money, and nobody had a problem with that.
Right.
But the basketball player, if they're 16, 17 years old and somebody wants to give them, they're not going to a coach is saying or school or advertising
Or
company or
the
nothing like that.
NCAA that's
Yeah,
blocking everything.
they
Yeah.
not holding them up with a gun. Give me this money so I can play basketball. No, people are offering them this money,
Yes.
and people told these mostly black kids and in basketball and football that you can't make any money.
You can't do that. And that's let's keep it a buck.
It's not American.
If this were tennis,
Oh,
nobody has a problem with it.
come
If
on,
it's
man.
golf, nobody has a problem with it.
Come on, man.
We because it is the two most dominant black sports, everybody has an issue with it because the coaches, it's not a lot of us coaching either. Like, let's just put it out there. It's just not a lot of us coaching.
Nope.
But you have a problem with it because let's just face it, you can't talk down to me no more.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can't
You
talk
lost control.
at me. Like
Yeah.
you now you gotta say, well, dang, he driving, he's riding, what you expect. So the consumer is, I mean, not the consumer, but the businesses have, like, look at our league. Our audience is kids. What are the adults are going to do? Make sure the kids are happy.
Hmm.
So, all right, let's put it this way: you rather watch, and this is no knock. I'm just putting this as a fact. You much rather watch a game that you got to pay for on the NBA app as a kid, which most of those are just adults who, because we love basketball, we on the NBA app, or you rather have and watch one of our games on YouTube, Amazon Prime, all of our social media handles for free.
Yeah. No, and I'll mind my tongue. I won't call out any names because I know this interview is gonna get different set of eyes on it. But
Mhm.
I've noticed some coaches that exit stage left really, really quickly after NIL got there. There's names that are guys that
Oh,
are
I'll say
very
it.
healthy.
I'll say it. I have no problems saying who, like, the older coaches are gone. Nick Saban left. Here's
Yeah,
the thing: cheat, cheating became okay. You ain't got to hide it no more. But because everybody can do it now,
yeah,
oh, it ain't cool.
yeah.
And that's the unfortunate thing. That's football. You know what I'm saying? So now those who have adapted to it figured it out and they made it a business. They've created a business. Whereas general managers now in college basketball and football is because more college basketball. Let's put it that way. More general
Hmm.
managers in college basketball is
For
because
sure.
they can create this business model for kids to make money and own their name, image, likeness. So getting an agent, which, we had this conversation with one of our friends. You
He'll
got
be on here at some point.
you got to have somebody who represents you in these moments because you are trying to build something. I don't care if it's 50K you're being offered or whatever the case. Oh, you don't need no agent. They'll take your money. You need somebody to look after you and have a conversation in those rooms where you can articulate a lot of these things that these colleges and stuff throw at you. Because a lot of these kids get taken advantage of and sign paperwork, and next thing you know, that 50K becomes, well, we only got five. But you signed
Yeah.
it, said you was performance based and all these different things. Nah, I didn't read that. Well, you signed it. So that's why you got to have somebody look at it.
Well, the easiest argument for having an agent is this: I could probably YouTube on how to change some oil one time in my car and do it.
And get away
But
with
right.
it.
But the guy at the car shop, he do this every day. And it's the same thing with an agent. They do this all the time. They know what the contract language supposed to look like. That was the biggest thing with the Michael Parsons thing is that he wanted his agent to do his job and
Right.
look over the stuff so I don't get messed over on the back end. And that's the biggest, especially when you're dealing with kids that, and man, I mean, they got to deal with enough with their parents being in the way. Like
Right.
I want an agent just to watch my parents if I was one of these high athletes because we see that story one too many 10,000 times anyway.
That story
So
that story's been going on for years.
years,
It's getting worse now
yeah.
because look at the divided households.
Hmm.
The
Hmm.
dad ain't been around, but he want a piece of the pie. Or the mom went and got loans in a kid. I remember, was it Livingston that was out of Chicago, and his mama went and got a loan. He didn't even know it. He's ineligible at KU. Like, that was before the NIL hit. Think about how crazy it is right now.
Yeah, and the coaches lost power because make no mistake about it. Eric Dickerson got offered an oil rig back in the early 1980s to
People
go
don't
to
remember that.
SMU.
People don't remember that.
Like,
They
people been
not.
getting paid forever,
Right.
and now, but once you can say, hey,
Hmm.
I was supposed to get this, and you told me you was gonna give me this.
Right.
Now it's a different ball game. It takes the power away from the coaches, so it makes a lot of sense that a lot of older guys decided, you know what,
Right.
I'm done. I don't want to make the changes and go through this. But
Hmm.
um, let's switch gears real quick. And
Yep.
I told you I wasn't gonna keep it too long.
I'm
The,
hot now. You might well keep on pushing, dog.
well, let's give them what they want then. Shoot, whatever. Um, best you've seen out of OTE so far.
That's easy. The
If you say the two names, I'm gonna make you pick one though. I'm telling you that right now.
Here's the thing. I'll pick a name and then we will decipher what both of them bring to the table.
Okay.
But Amin and Sarah Thompson, it is not even close. Maybe arguably, no, it ain't even arguably. I'm just keeping this space. They are probably the best athletes that my eyes have ever seen,
Ever.
ever.
Let's back up now.
Nah, we you can say
I
MJ, you can say
no
all.
no 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 no.
Yeah,
Listen, I'm not gonna let you set yourself up for that. Let's put them to the side. I'm talking about the kids at that, though, in that age range that you seen up close, coached against. You was a part of USA basketball for
hmm,
years. You seen countless names: Brad, Jason,
yeah.
all of them, all of them. You got them 1 and 2
Best athletes,
best athletes.
best athletes that I've ever seen.
Explain why.
The stuff that they do, like you hear KD and all these dudes talk about JD, they was doing that at 17 years old, 18 years old. To see them every day, because when I first met Asar was the one that jumped off the map first
Yeah, yeah,
because he was a little bit more skilled, better shooter, but he could play point guard. He could play two guard. He can guard one, two, three, four. If you want me to guard a five, I can guard a five. Quick jump off the ground, quick twitch getting in this spot. The change of direction with the ball. They had the thing on the screen, the jumping in there, hanging, waiting, looking for somebody, and to make a finish. Or they're finishing without dunking is so elite. It is
yeah,
ridiculous. The
yeah,
stuff that these dudes do with the I got goosebumps talking about, but the stuff that they do with the ball is
yeah.
crazy. Because here's the thing. You see a SAR do it, and
Hmm.
then you see a men do it from a point guard's perspective. Now you like, God dang, what can they not do?
Hmm.
The only
Hmm.
knock against them was what? Shooting.
Hmm.
But
No,
that you
the jumper's broke right now.
but say this.
Yeah,
Here's the thing. They both are in the best situations to grow right now.
for sure.
Right? They both had to wait their turn to really figure some things out. But
Hmm.
defensively, athletically,
Defense is my favorite part about
you cannot take them dudes off the court. So they're gonna find a way to impact the game. But more importantly, I've never seen two kids so obsessed with basketball. It is ridiculous.
it. Yeah,
Two kids, if you saw one, you saw the other, who's gonna stay in the gym, who's gonna be there up day all night. Two kids that didn't get a new cell phone until they got to the NBA, that crack phones all. Two kids that so like locked into athletes and understand who Clyde Drexler was, who all these, you know what I'm saying? They
that's
respect,
what I love about it.
they
They are
they
true
know
historians, bro.
they know the
I
history.
really like that.
And they're super smart when it comes to being on the court. So if I say, I mean, you missed that read on the guy rolling, whatever, he's gonna argue it and he's gonna watch film and he's gonna come back. Coach, you was right. But we could have did this too as well. Like they are that type of like the true students of the game. But athletically, I've never seen nothing like this before in my life.
I
Ever.
mean, the Pistons put Amen in the dunker spot against the Knicks, and it was effective as hell.
I mean, no, sorry. Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Mhm.
Asar. They put Asar in the dunker spot. I get them confused. They put him in the
He did that at OTE.
yeah, and it was.
Hmm.
I mean, Durant was rolling and catching a short roll, and like it was putting Knicks in a little bit of a tangle. Like, well, what do we do from here? Because we done dedicated to the K. Now Durant is going downhill. You can't let him get too close to the rim because he can just take off and dunk it. And
Right.
he's dishing off to Asar in the dunker spot. And man, the quick bounce that they have and how quickly They get
Yeah.
off the floor, and that's one of the things that people talked about with Mike was his quick twitch and how fast he was a difference maker. Like it was a lot of strength too, but how quickly they get up is
These
amazing.
dudes they're not. So MJ was 6'5" or whatever he was. They
Six
say
six is what the listed
6'6".
height was.
So
Yeah,
these guys are more 6'7", 6'8"
yeah,
athletes
yeah,
who can do a lot of those same things,
yeah.
but they could guard a 4 head up versus I don't need no MJ coming to get a weak side block. And I'm not saying that they're better than MJ. I'm just talking about the athleticism.
Yeah,
They
and
can
different game too, because the
they can
fours ain't. Yeah,
they can guard you head up. They can guard you on
yeah,
the perimeter, and they can guard you in the post, and they're strong. So you ain't just gonna bully them dudes to get to the basket. You know what I'm saying? So those are top two, and if I have to decipher between the two, I think once a man like he's worked on that this summer. Once he keys in on the jump shot and get the mechanics right, getting the pocket moved and all that stuff, which he really locked in into it, his jumpers improved. I think a SARS thing is just getting the confidence back and staying healthy right now. So if I had to pick, I still would say Asar was the most ready coming into it.
hmm
But a man, once he continues to develop the offensive things that he do, he's gonna play for a long time. Both of them will, but they're gonna a man is gonna play for a serious long time.
yeah, and their development is going to be a little bit different just because with Houston, a men will be more of a initiator and distributor and
Mhm.
playmaker with the ball in his hand because KD's shown you he can
Right.
play whatever style you want, and Fred Van Fleet also high IQ can play whatever style you want. And
Mhm.
that's not to say K can't with Asar. It's just that K's game is more of the Luca LeBron
Absolutely.
mode
You're not
of
gonna see a start get a chance to do that with the ball in his hand.
not a lot, not a
Yeah.
lot. It's just it's the K show, and I think that it would behoove the Pistons to go that route a
I
little bit
would.
more balanced.
I would.
Because I think, like you said, Asar, right, the
Mhm.
Pistons player, he can he can do a lot of point guard stuff for you. So you're just making the game so much easier for Cade,
Right.
regardless. So out of the OTE, let's move off the OT. You got the Thompson twins, which was expected, but I wanted to make sure we covered that because, they're a big topic in group message with us. Um, Best high school guy that you have coached and the best high school guy you coached against.
Best high school guy I've coached against. Um, Player that I coached against in high school. Man, probably Devin Booker when he was at Moss Point.
That's a name.
And I had Maplewood at the time, and we tried to guard that dude all day. Now we beat him, but
Really? Okay.
we beat them. This was my son's senior year. Yeah, was it no junior year? My son's junior year. We played him in Papa Bluff at the showdown,
Mm-hmm.
and the dude, they had like 48 points because we were really good defensively with that group. We had like they had like 48 points, and he had 36 of them.
See,
And people don't understand,
they don't get it.
like, for him to still get 36 of their 48
Yeah.
tells you everything you need to know about that type of kid, because although they had 48, we threw denials, doubles, it did not matter. He still found a way to put the ball in the basket. So I would say the best player, high school player that I've coached against would have to have been Devin Booker. And I didn't want the AAU was be too easy, but in terms of high school, I would say Devin Booker. Best player that I've coached, man, not here at OTE. Best
Not
player,
not at OTE, and you can go EYBL high school,
yeah,
even
yeah,
I mean
yeah.
whatever.
I would say in terms of like, because I want to look at the all around game.
Yeah, of course. It's a
If
two-way sport. Let me say this real quick, because I like to teach sometimes too. Make sure y'all understand this. When people say that this is the best two-way player, it's an oxymoron.
Right,
Everybody plays both ways.
yes,
If he's the best two-way player, he's the best player.
he's the best
You-
player. I would
I
say,
don't get that.
yeah, the best player that I've coached and he's not going to be a pro. You know what I'm saying? I think I probably would say in terms of ever coach because I was with Brian Allen every single day,
Mm,
and what he
mm.
did at his size and then for all the sport to do was a winner. He won and he went to the finals in football. I remember the dude ran the hurdles, the 110 hurdles. I never ran them for at the state championship. Came down to Peach Jam. I mean, came down to to where we at down here in Atlanta and played a
Mhm.
Memorial Day Classic and won a championship at Memorial Day Classic the same weekend. Like that type of dude. But he won back-to-back state championships. He's won state championships in track and all that stuff. So I think the best player, and he has records as one of the top steals leader, if not the steals leader in the state of Missouri to this day. He was top 10 in shooting threes, as well as he averaged damn near 20, 26, 27 points a game, as well. So, and he won. So, high school, let's say regular high school, I'm gonna give you that. And then I got to give AAU. I say the best AAU player that I feel like done everything that was amazing. AAU wise,
You got some names, man, that you
man,
coach. You down the road a long time, man. And
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna go out on a limb because I've had guys that play hurt before,
mhm.
but I've never had guys play with a hurt, broken wrist. Nick Smith, and
Hey,
and
man.
and here's the thing, and it would
Hey, man.
because Brad was really good offensively. Jason
Absolutely.
was still coming into his own in terms of high school player. He hadn't really hit his peak yet until
Mhm.
his high school season. After that last season at AAU is when Jason really like boom, like you saw that he became that dude.
Mhm.
And then you look at Darius Garland was hurt all the time, so you really didn't get a chance to see. EJ Liddell was really good. James Wiseman was really good.
Ooh.
Brandon Miller hadn't
Brandon
really
Miller, yeah. Hold on now.
came into his own yet. You know what I'm saying? It was like Nick's team, and Nick
Mhm.
played with a broken wrist.
Yeah.
I mean, you would have never known it.
Yeah.
And for me, AAU was, I think he was the best that I coached AAU because I could get him the ball and go get a bucket. He putting his
Listen,
head down, he gonna get a bucket.
what the part that people didn't understand about Nick is the level of passing that he had too. And
That's
I don't think I
mm-hmm,
think he grew into that because we had him as a freshman,
mm-hmm,
and he was still growing into his body and learning his game and stuff. And then his sophomore year was a COVID year,
right,
right?
absolutely.
So we didn't even see that. So that whole time between freshman and sophomore year, we didn't see where this thing was going. And then
No,
he came back junior year, and he was a playmaking on the ball guard, and it was amazing to watch, man. Because one thing I tell people right there, that dude was gonna be a pro at 5'9",
right,
6 foot,
mm-hmm,
6'4", 6'8",
yeah,
6'10", 7'4". It didn't matter.
he was gonna be
Nick
one,
Smith's work ethic was going to get him to the pros
right,
no matter what happened. I
yeah,
don't care what anybody says. That dude worked his ass off. And
mm-hmm,
he got some physical traits in his pops. Oop. Big shout out to Big Nick. That's my man.
yeah.
And he's still the principles in Nick, but I've seen a lot of great dads that try to get their kids to the right spot, and they didn't take to it.
Yeah.
Nick takes to coaching, took to his parenting. Shout
Hmm.
out to mom for everything that she did as well. But Nick, man, Nick was amazing to watch grow.
Nick, Nick,
Amazing.
Nick was. I knew Nick was going to be good. Him and Moses Moody had kind of a similar story when Nick Smith decided that he didn't want to go on a spring break, and came to St. Louis on the spring break to work out. He had a
Different.
chance to go on a cruise and all that, and his family came up and spent the week over at when I was at John Burroughs, and we worked out every day while he was on spring break.
I say
That's when I knew he was going to be really good.
and these are the stories we try to relate to our kids, and sometimes it's just too late for them. Like
Yes,
Nick had this has already been instilled in him by the time we got him at 15 years old.
absolutely,
So
absolutely.
I'll talk to the parents now. You
Mhm.
parents out there, and you want your athlete to be this and that. There's sacrifices that have to be made. Point blank. Period. It's some
Yeah,
parents that I know going to see this and watch this. if you want to get there, and I'm not even telling you it's going to be a guarantee. Like you got, it's a lot of stuff to go into a genetic lottery, a
Yeah.
lot of luck in a lot of different ways. But if you want a chance, a lot of sacrifices about to happen. And a lot of parents do make a lot of sacrifices. Do even more.
Right.
Go even harder. Like if you really want this to work, man. And Nick, shout out to Nick, man. I asked if any players wanted to come through. Nick hit me up immediately and said, man, I'll do it. So we probably gonna, as far as interviews, Nick Smith probably gonna be coming through here next for sure.
Absolutely.
Um,
Absolutely.
last thing before we get out of here, man. NBA forecast, just me and you talk NBA ball all the time. I'm an NBA guy. I dabble in college enough to be dangerous because I just a basketball junkie, but
Right.
NBA is my thing. So
Hmm.
what are you looking at as far as just upcoming for the league? It seems to be wide open in the East. OKC locking and returning everybody else. Um, Houston making big moves to go up a notch. San Antonio, I just sent the pictures of I am scared for the league with Wemby.
Yeah.
That's what I'm approaching now. I
Hmm.
His mindset seemed to be above even the guys we just talked about mindset.
Any
Um,
man that goes spend time with monks,
Come on, man.
you better be worried about him.
Come,
That to let me break this down.
yeah,
To go see a monk
man.
and live amongst them, to understand you're tapping into your spiritual being. Leonard Hamilton just spoke at our coaches clinic this weekend. Best advice I ever got, and it goes right with this. If you can't coach a player's spirit and their heart, there's no way you can coach his body. And to think about what Wimby just did this summer, only other people that would probably even think about doing it is two guys that are just above everybody else when it comes to basketball. And that is Michael Jeffrey Jordan, Kobe Bean Bryant.
Bingo.
So
Hit it
if
on the head.
I'm doing, and because everybody think it has to be basketball related. No, let me go get in touch with my spiritual being. I want to be obsessed, driven, whatever you want to call it. For you to go spending time with monks, who else gonna get in your way?
Man, listen, and
Who gonna stop you?
how in the mission that he went on this season, the side quest is I'm with KG and I'm with Dream. That's the side quest. The monks is the
To, to,
main mission.
to go with what already already had.
And even in the picture, that lunatic
Hey, man.
Garnett is barking. Dream,
And
and you getting it from
understand,
Dream? Like, come on, man.
you're bringing your inner beast out,
Man,
number one, and then you're
yeah,
going to get the best footwork that the game has probably seen
yeah,
at
yeah.
7 foot whatever he is.
And listen, the problem is this is the issue right here. This is the problem. If he just did the normal NBA thing, you know what I'm saying, the normal stuff,
Right.
he was gonna win every defensive player of the year for the next 8. Like the defensive player of the year last year was locked up. He got hurt. He's
Mhm.
gonna win the next 8 defensive player of the years and probably get a couple championships. I don't
Right.
know what this looks like. If all this stuff what we think is gonna work, I don't know what this looks like.
It,
And when you
it's
forget, Tim
who gonna
Duncan's
act
the big homie right at the crib. Like
right.
that's who he's just waking up to every day is Tim Duncan every day.
That's JD. That's the difference in between. Let me go get with some guys who have won
Man,
versus, man, let me go hang out with my homeboy and let me just go to Houston, Dallas, or whatever it is. Let me just go work with them. Shout out to Tim Martin, my dude who we I know I started before Tim is one of my guys who got in the game and moved up and has spent probably the most time with Wimby. But shout out to Tim Martin. He just got hired with the Spurs to be full time with those dudes. So
nice.
that's a big time
He's a
move.
really good guy. I met him once. One of them sites we was at, but I met him once, and yeah, he's a really good dude.
Yeah, solid cat, man. Real solid
So
cat.
so outside of Wemby, man, what you looking at? Like what you
I
got your eyes on?
So of course I'm gonna go to all my favorites. I'm curious to see how this season is gonna play out for the Cleveland Cavaliers with this Darius Garland and Mitchell thing. And I don't care what nobody say. One can't survive without the other. And people keep trying to pin those two dudes against each other. They play well together and they play off of each other because when Mitchell was by himself, he couldn't get over the hump. When DG came back, he got over the hump in terms of the wins, even though DG still wasn't at 100%. So looking forward to seeing the Cavs do a lot better. I I know people gonna hate this, but I don't think the Knicks is I don't think they improved enough to be right back in that same situation. I think Indiana they
It's a
let the
punt
dude,
season. It's a punt season for the
yeah,
Celtics in Indiana.
they're whatever. Celtics is, unfortunately they're out of there too. Who else in the East that I think this
Orlando, Detroit.
I think Orlando and Detroit going to be in that conversation with that top five in the finishing. I think both of those teams will be there. But that West, the Wild Wild West, let's just skip over to them. Ime is gonna shake the West up. He already got everybody scared. He gonna shake the West up. I think OKC had their. I think that's done with OKC. I don't care what nobody say. And
Whoa,
and here and here's
whoa,
why I'm going to say this.
yeah.
What did OKC do to improve on offseason, other than pay everybody?
So what they can do is
No,
check.
what did
No,
they do?
no, they didn't do anything
Okay,
outwardly, no, but in house, if Chet can hit the wide side of a barn with a brick in the finals, then their offense in house gets better. Chet just shot the ball horribly, and he's getting these looks.
is it safe to say maybe he's not what we think he is? Defensively, he's great.
But it's a two-way sport, though. That's the thing that
I hear you.
and the
I hear
versatility
you.
he allows for them to go small, to play bigger, to switch out, that can't be understated. Offensively, I think that he's getting such open looks, and shooting can be improved in so many different ways that you gotta let it to see through on it. We've seen so many guys that just put in the work, and I think Chet is a
Mhm.
worker. Um, we got to see what he looks like with a jump shot. If he adds that corner three and he can get to 37, 38%, it's scary. It's scary hours in.
But look at the improvements. Let's go to them in Houston. Let's just put them both beside.
Absolutely.
Okay, he can't hit a shot.
Uh huh.
This time he ain't guarding who he was
Uh
guarding
huh.
in the playoffs. He ain't guard because you got to guard.
Pascal.
Come on, man. You're not
Yeah.
guarding Pascal. You're about to
And
guard.
Pascal's great, but he
Yeah.
ain't this.
But this right here
Nah, this
is
this a little
somebody
bit
who can
different.
see you eye to eye.
This is a little
See
bit
you eye
different.
to eye.
This is a
Shout
little
out to
bit different right
KD.
here.
Got a chance to meet him at Brad's wedding, man. Man, the dude is solid, man. Really good
Yeah.
dude. But this dude here sees you eye to eye, and he's everything that you would want to be in a player for his size. Because people came in that he could shoot, he could do it all. Chet could, which Chet was a bad boy. I'm not getting it twisted, but
Yeah.
now you're gonna have to guard that,
Yeah.
and you're gonna have to try to go score. And KD is a very underrated defender when it comes to that
Oh
position.
man, come on, man. Yeah. People
Very
people don't talk about that enough. They don't talk about that
They
enough.
don't talk about how he guarded when he was with the Warriors. He guarded centers. People think because he's shooting on the perimeter, he's guard. No, y'all don't watch basketball. That's what they say. What Jay Z say. You listen to music or you just skim through it.
Yeah. Well,
That
what we
part.
like to call it is the TV just on. The
Yeah,
TV just on.
watching
Yeah,
you.
yeah. Y'all got
So
the channel. Y'all be having a channel on, but
right.
y'all not watching and studying the game. Not at all.
Yeah. I like. I think this
No,
is
no, no, no. Hold on.
okay.
We can't
Go
school
ahead.
past that. The
All right.
problem with the rub with Houston is, can Katie get to May? That's the question.
I think youth will allow him to get to May. The guys that he's got around him, where he ain't got
They
to
deep
keep.
as hell.
And then what I'm saying too is this: that second unit that Houston was putting out there all year long, dude, was like this.
Yeah.
Think about this. Late in the playoffs, they were playing a lot of their second unit guys. And I've always been like, man, Jalen Green got to go. Like he don't give you any, and they was expecting and he didn't give. And so they got a great mixture of veterans and they got a lot of young dudes who can play that pace, man.
They are super deep, and if I give credit to the Chet in-house upgrades, I gotta give credit to the Amen in-house upgrade too. They
Yeah.
are expecting elite. They are expecting him to become what just start to realize that potential and see the light this year. And
Well, you can't. You're not going. Ime is going to coach and develop. Like the whole summer when
yeah,
I saw a man, there was always two Houston coaches with him.
really,
Like so
really,
when and here's the thing that people don't know, and I don't know if any of y'all ever been privy to it, is when they invest in you, when NBA invest in you, you're not going to a gym nowhere all summer to do anything without one of the coaching personnels with you. Period. I saw it with Anthony Edwards. I said it with Devin Vassell when he was here. I've seen all these dudes come in the gym. They always got a coach. So when these NBA teams invest, you don't just get to go do your own thing. They want to make sure you're ready for them. So to see a man come in with Houston personnel while he was in Atlanta, wherever he's going, that's going to happen. It's going to
scary,
happen.
scary. And they got bigs, they got athleticism, they got guards. I and I'm praying KD. You know this. KD is one of my favorite
Right.
players.
Right.
I just need him to get through. And he's had the last couple of years, and Phoenix actually have been
Oh,
healthy.
yeah.
It's just that the different stress that's gonna put on. And with, people forget Houston was the 2 seed last year.
That's what I'm about to say. I don't think you don't really need KD to come in and get you 30. You don't.
You really don't.
You
No,
don't.
no.
And okay, say he ain't gonna get hurt. Like I ain't gonna say that, but he doesn't have to make it to May necessarily. He doesn't.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
if you look at it, he just needs to say, you know what? I just need to stay healthy. I ain't got to stress my body and go get all. Man, look at these dudes I got around me, man. And let's talk about it. How many guys on that team has won a championship already?
You got Fred Van Fleet. You
Come on,
got uh, Steven Adams. Steven Adams hasn't won one.
he's been there.
He's been there. He's been there. KD has won.
Yeah,
Um,
Jeff Green's still there.
Jeff Green, Uncle Jeff,
Come on,
man,
Uncle
Uncle
Jeff.
Jeff, Uncle Jeff, Uncle Jeff, bring that veteran to the team though that
He
you
he
absolutely got to have.
he brings the calm to the storm, man.
Yeah. I'm bringing up their roster right now, man, because I want to make sure I get all these right. Um, they are deep and they are loaded.
Hmm.
Finney Smith's been to the finals. Uh, Jeff Green, Clint Capella has
Come
been
on,
to the
man.
finals or deep playoff runs. They got a lot of veteran help.
Yeah.
And who's gonna also? I mean, Jabari Smith, right? Jabari Smith, like your fourth,
Hey
fifth
man, hold on. Let
option.
me take my
God,
glasses off. Hold up.
Jesus
Let me
Christ!
say this, man. I'm gonna wipe
I forgot all about him for a second.
That's
Jabari Smith is your fifth option.
again. Let's say this: KD does not have to be great.
Yeah,
You got pieces. You got
Jesus.
some really all here. And here's in my and I hope Houston is thinking like me, although they don't need my damn advice. But why wouldn't you buy your young guys a little bit more time with some proven veterans?
Hmm.
Buy them a little bit more time. You know what I'm saying? And if they don't win it this year, them dudes gonna have enough experience going into next year to say we right there. But they're going to contend this year.
Well, I believe that they think that Amen is a franchise centerpiece, and the transition will go from KD to him being the guy and Jabari
Mhm.
being the number two, and Shingun. I mean, we haven't even mentioned Shingun. Like
There's too much.
it's a lot, man. They got a lot of work. I mean,
And
Oklahoma City got a lot too, though. Oklahoma City got a lot of work.
I put it this way: outside of that first five, what we talking about?
Ooh, I don't think you want to do that.
I want
I
to talk. I'm talking about if we're gonna match rosters.
yes, right, right, but they going. I mean, Caruso off the bench, man, was a game breaker.
How old is
Caruso
Caruso?
Caruso is 31 now.
He's 31. NBA old, right? Now, and this is a
Can't say it
old.
at the same time when
No,
KD's
no.
36.
But this is an NBA old role player, not an NBA
True,
superstar.
true, true.
So your impact is truly going to be based on how bad the first five is playing.
Yeah. I mean, and let's to get to the season, you need a lot of this depth. But in the playoffs, that depth get cut down a whole lot because Oklahoma
which
City looked
which
real deep in the regular season, and they was
they
going about 6-7 deep in the finals.
and I mean I ain't hating on them. I just don't see them getting back there again.
I mean, it's a gauntlet. The West is an absolute
Right.
gauntlet. Like,
Right.
I mean, just to close the loop on Oklahoma City, when you got the big three of J-Dub, SGA, Chet, you're doing really, really good there.
I still think J-Dub funny money. I don't care what nobody say.
Come on, man. He had 40 in the finals.
What's the inconsistency with him?
But but that's the thing. He don't have to be the number one scorer all the time. They said the same thing about Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown can't go left. He's inconsistent.
Jaylen Brown,
me a better number two.
Jaylen Brown won the MVP, so I can't argue that.
I mean, look, J-Dub was really close. Another 40 ball, J-Dub would have got one too. And come on, man, like,
I'm not a J-Dub fan. I think he's a really good basketball player, but in terms of me, like, I just didn't feel like I'm gonna get the same dude every night.
And I want to cover this too. And I'm a Tatum guy. Justin Tat is my guy. RJ, the whole family. I got ties with them being here in St. Louis. Jason Tatum should have won that Finals MVP though. Like, he was playing point guard, man. He still put up like 25, 10, and 7.
What's the
playing
I've
point?
been telling people for years that Jason Tatum's best asset has always been passing the basketball. I don't know why it's a shock. If you go look at any of my old posts on social media under his thing, I always said that when Jason Tatum was in the 7th and 8th grade, he was penny. He was passing the hell out of the basketball. Always passing the ball. So why is it a shock to? Well, I know why it's a shock, because y'all don't do y'all homework.
So in the West, the Nuggets. I have it. Oh, I'm going to give respect to the champions. Always, you got to knock the champion out. But I got it 1 Oklahoma City. I got it 2 Denver. I got it 3 Houston right now. That's what I got.
I would give OKC 1. I'm going Houston 2. I don't even like Denver no more right now, man.
I don't know why. Because
you
talk about roller coaster inconsistent. Michael Porter Jr. name would be plastered next to that.
He didn't give you anything. He didn't. If he was missing, he was awful. And then defensively, you might as well say a cone was on the basketball court. He playing. It was 4 in a cone.
Lord.
UK's. I'm gonna say it. UK. He was a cone.
No, I mean, look, I think that he's a 4. When they got him playing next to Aaron Gordon, he's playing out of position. I think he's a 4. I think in today's game, he's a 4. The size of a 4. He needs to guard 4s. When they hunt him in the pick and roll, they can get a little shaky sometimes. I'm not gonna act like I'm blind at all. But I think it's an upgrade with getting that consistent, actual 3 Cameron Johnson in there. They got Bruce Brown back. They got Christian Braun. Should take another. And people forget, they fired their coach and general manager in April last year. That is not
I ever heard. And they was winning.
They gave Oklahoma City. I mean, no.
Yeah.
Indy gave them the best shot, but they gave it the better shot than the Lakers did, or the Thunder did, the Timberwolves did. I mean, they did a way better shot.
Let's go to LA.
Oh, Jesus.
Come on. Let's get it over.
I mean, listen. Melo said it. I think Melo was halfway joking.
No, he wasn't. That's how he really felt.
I think it's time, man. Like, what more do you want out of this, dog? What more you want out of this, Brian? Like, at some point, and you still call. I get it. You still call. You still can do it. And it's your prerogative to play as long as you want. But I just don't think right now that is it honestly about winning a championship if you're still signing max contracts. Is my question.
It ain't his team no more.
No, it's not. It's not.
It ain't. And you know how you just holding on.
I'm holding on to this right here. I'm looking at it right. I'm out of
hey,
yeah.
Eventually, it's gotta go.
It's gotta go.
It's almost that time. Go to Cleveland.
Nah.
So because I'll be having this argument with people.
Yeah.
Oh, he gonna go back to Cleveland. Cleveland to take him so they can bring Bronny back. I said, Bronny who?
No, man, no, he can't. Cleveland again. Cleveland
Where
got a
else?
set
The only other
squad.
place he can go is Dallas.
Retire in L.A. Why we want to go? Why are we
Because,
going
because
somewhere else? Just go home.
no,
That's where you need to go.
why not just keep it consistent on team house? Might as well, right? They ain't gonna like me for this one. I really don't care.
Listen,
Listen, we after dark now, so I'm gonna say
no,
whatever I want to say.
listen, no, L.A. That it's a salary cap sport. We talk about this. The salary cap is 160 million.
Right?
Luka's getting, I believe, 49 or 50.
hmm
Bron's getting 50. That's 100 million right there. So if you take 100 from 160, you got 60 million left. You still got to put 10 more guys. That's just to make the minimum. 10 more guys on the floor. How do you do that with just $60 million? And
Man,
yeah, you can go over the salary cap, and the new ownership probably would. But that mom and pop agency that they was running with the Buss family, they wasn't going over those crazy salary caps without the guaranteed chance we got a championship. When they
you
was
going
going to get Powell and Lamar Odom and them, they was going well above because they knew we got one with this.
so
Can't do that now, man.
they going to free agency with pocket change. You going with all the loose change. You know that loose change we keep, or
And the Crown
that
Royal
change.
bag,
No,
the Crown Royal.
the change you finding under your seat in your car. They're going to free agency with pocket
Off
change.
rip.
You might find a dime, penny, nickel. Like that's what. And here's the thing: you keep saying he ain't got no help. What you got the whole budget on you. Your budget is on you. Now, if you were still, because this is gonna sound disrespectful to everybody, if you were still in your prime, but everybody say he's still in his prime.
He's not in this
If you're
prime.
still in, so if you were still in your prime, I ain't got no problem with you getting your bread.
Yeah, of course.
But they probably wouldn't have went and got Luca.
For
They
what?
would have kept what they had
Yeah.
and been done. So for me, as the longer he stays, and did Luca sign his new one? I haven't been keeping up with him, or he's still on the last part of his thing from Dallas.
He's still on the last part. I'm looking at it real quick now. I
Because
believe
if I'm Luca,
it was rumored that he was going to sign it. I
right,
know
and he
that
did
for a
not.
fact.
I knew they were saying that if they didn't publicly come out and say that it was his team, that's going to be the issue.
So he did. He did sign. He signed a 3-year extension,
Okay,
and he's getting 49, 53, 57. 3
what's
years
the
for
what's
160.
the last
The,
year of
the,
it?
the last year, a player option. He's got
Okay,
basically a 2-year extension or
so
3-year extension.
which means
26, 27, 27, 28 player option. So
which means
28.
in that last year we're hoping that y'all king is gone, not your king, their king is gone. And if he's not gone, then you feel what I'm saying? You did all this for what?
And it's really a simple change, bro. You got to take less money. Maybe he can get one of them Kawhi deals. I mean,
Roll your money,
those out here floating around.
Roth IRA, roll your money over.
Yeah, man. I mean, and look, you hit it on the nose. It's not his team no more. He's not the lead dog, but it shows you all you need to know because if you line those 1 and 2 up, and you're not a LeBron fan whatsoever, but you would say that Luka LeBron, just on his face, not talking chemistry and stuff like that, just
Mhm.
talking player to player skill set, who's got 2 better players at the top of their roster than them 2?
Nobody. But
Nobody. And you're
does not.
getting boat raced by Jalen McDaniels and
That's what I'm
Ant
saying.
Man just doing whatever, and Julius Randle's bullying his way to the rim to do whatever.
If LeBron was in his prime, you got Luca. That still does not work because it will be worse. Think about that.
It's real questions about the fit and the styles there, and
It don't work.
yeah, no, no, no. Neither one wants to play out the ball. Neither one wants to spot up and shoot for real. I think if they had to make it work, like AD when him and AD link, I think they would. I would hope that one of them will make some changes to their game to make it work.
It takes a special coach or I'm not gonna say coach, somebody who can manage egos to
Yeah.
make that work. Because it's not gonna be necessarily your X's and O's to make it work. You can run all the
Phil ain't working through
that's
that though either.
that's my whole point. If
Yeah.
Phil Jackson is the only one that can say I can make these two coexist from the shoulders up.
Yeah.
Because you ain't telling me LeBron ain't coming in there like, man, it's still my team every day. And Luca looking at him like, when you leaving? You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
I mean, all the reports this summer was that these things aren't just coming out for no reason. That you could think these are just they don't need to make up anything about LeBron at this point in his career. This stuff is coming out because it's true. LeBron felt like, for some reason, whatever reason, he felt some type of way about how they were pushing Luca, and they wanted to let it be known through Rich Paul, through different mediums. He's got half of sports media in their back pocket. It seems Gilbert Arenas, Nick Wright, Shannon Sharp, like these guys seem to be mouthpieces for Clutch Sports, and people
So
can say what they want,
how
but
does the
that's what they
media
look
work?
like.
How does the media work, JD? The media works like this. I need you to talk about this person as much as you humanly possibly can. Here's your 10K.
Yep.
Here's your 10K. Here's your 10K. Here's your 10K. But for you to then turn when you get on another network, another platform, and you speak the total opposite. So for me to really grasp the whole thing with dealing with LeBron is you got Rich pushing all these other dudes to say all these great things about you in this element when you know it's time to move on, and you're trying to say that he didn't feel like this, he didn't feel like, well, you dictated for how many years?
Yeah.
So why are you mad now? You know how many players that play with you that felt the same exact way but couldn't say anything?
Yeah.
So now you're mad.
Yeah. No, man. Look, man. We here. We pushing up on an hour. I told you 30.
Ha.
We doubled it because you got stretched out a little bit. We got in
Yeah.
a good combo. Um, we're gonna do this more often. We definitely gonna do this more often. Throughout the basketball seasons approaching here soon, and it's just a great combo, man. And people take what they want, but we giving honest opinions about what we feel and what we think about the league. And I'm glad that you came on, and you just giving insight from really, really high up in within the game and been around the game so long that people can disagree if they want, but your eyes have seen and digested how you've seen it. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I appreciate you, man, coming through for sure.
Sure. Sure, man. Definitely, definitely. Let's do this again. You and your wife make a trip down here to see us and the
See,
fam. Love to have
see,
y'all down. So I'm telling it again.
see,
Get them. Get them on down here.
see,
He ain't been here. I've been here. This JD's about to be 5 years.
see. Yeah, I mean, it is. Yeah,
5 years, brother.
I am, because again, I just got to be ready to make the full move when I do it.
I heard you.
But that's gonna it's coming. It's coming for sure. So, anything you want to shout out before we get out of here, man?
Man, listen, shout out to the city of St. Louis, state of Missouri in general, man. That's home for me. But more importantly, man, St. Louis keep producing high level talent, high level people. And more importantly, I just want to say keep doing what y'all doing. Detroit, what up, though? I know
What
y'all
up,
watch.
though? Yeah.
That's what's up, man. So
All right, man. It's
appreciate it,
been
bro.
another. Yeah, no doubt. It's another episode of Camp 8. Corey Frazier, thank you for blessing us again, man. And